Imagine for a moment that you could walk into your favorite store and instead of just buying a prepackaged gift basket, you could create your own. But not only that, you could see which items in the store were on a special hidden sale, offering you twice the value for your money. You'd probably jump on that opportunity, right? Well, what if I told you that a similar opportunity might exist with one of the most popular dividend ETFs in the world? The Schwab U.S. Dividend Equity ETF, better known as SCHD. SCHD is famous for a reason. It holds some of the best, most reliable, dividend-paying companies in the United States. For many people, it's a set-it-and-forget-it investment for building a stream of passive income. But what if we could do better than just set it and forget it? What if there was a smart, simple-to-understand strategy that could potentially double your returns from SCHD over the long run? In this video, I'm going to break down that exact strategy. We're going to go on a journey to understand the hidden opportunity within SCHD, and I'll give you a step-by-step guide on how you can use it. This isn't about some risky, complicated trading scheme. It's about being a smart, value-conscious investor. So, if you're ready to learn how to think differently about your dividend investments and unlock a new level of potential, you're in the right place. Let's get started. Alright, so before we dive into the strategy itself, let's make sure we're all on the same page about what SCHD is and how it works. Think of an ETF, or an exchange-traded fund like a basket of goodies. Instead of going out and buying one apple, one orange, and one banana separately, you can just buy a fruit basket that already has all of them inside. SCHD is a basket that holds about 100 different stocks of large, high-quality U.S. companies that have a strong history of paying dividends. This is awesome for a few reasons. First, it's diversified. If one company in the basket has a bad year, you have 99 others to balance it out. This is much safer than putting all your money into just one or two stocks. Second, it's easy. You make one purchase, SCHD, and you instantly own a piece of all these great companies. But here's the interesting part, and it's the key to our whole strategy today. When you buy the SCHD basket, you are buying every single stock inside it at its current market price. You're buying the expensive ones, the cheap ones, and the ones that are priced just right. You're getting the average of everything. But what if not all those stocks are an equally good deal at the same time? Imagine our fruit basket again. Let's say that today, apples are in season and they're really cheap and delicious. But bananas had to be shipped from far away and they're a little overpriced. When you buy the standard basket, you're paying the high price for the bananas, along with the great price for the apples. You're averaging out your value. This is exactly what happens inside SCHD. On any given day, some of the 100 companies in the fund are trading at a discount. They're on sale. Other companies might be a bit popular at the moment and their stock price is a little too high, making them overvalued. The big idea we're going to explore today is this. What if, instead of buying the whole basket, we could look inside, identify only the highest quality stocks that are currently on sale, and just buy those? By doing this, you could potentially get a higher starting dividend yield for your money and position yourself for greater growth as the market realizes these stocks are a bargain. Over time, this focus on value has been shown to significantly outperform the main index. In fact, some studies show that focusing on the most undervalued quintile, or the top 20% of undervalued stocks, in an index can lead to an extra 3 to 5% in returns each year. That might not sound like a huge number, but thanks to the magic of compounding, that small edge can grow into a massive difference. Over 15 years, that extra performance could lead to nearly double the total return. So, how do we do it? How do we become these smart stock shoppers? Let's get into the step-by-step guide. Okay, this is where the fun begins. I'm going to walk you through a 5-step system to find these hidden gems within SCHD. And don't worry, I'll explain everything in simple terms. Step 1. Find the companies on sale. Our first job is to figure out which of the 100 companies in SCHD are undervalued. How do we know if a stock is on sale? One of the most common ways is by looking at something called the P/E ratio, which stands for price to earnings ratio. Think of it like this. If a small coffee shop makes $10,000 in profit a year, and you could buy the whole business for $100,000, its P/E ratio would be 10. You're paying 10 times its annual earnings. Every company has a P/E ratio that goes up and down. What we want to do is find companies in SCHD that are currently trading at a P/E ratio. that is lower than their own historical average. For example, if a company usually trades at a PE of 20, but right now it's trading at 15, that's a potential sign that it's on sale. You can use free online stock screening tools to do this. You'd get the list of all the companies in SCHD, and then you'd screen them to find the ones trading below their 5-year average PE ratio. This gives you your first list of potential bargains. Step 2. Check the quality of the item now. Just because something is on sale doesn't always mean it's a good deal. You wouldn't buy a carton of milk that's 50% off if it's already expired. In the same way, we need to make sure these on-sale companies are still financially healthy. We want to avoid what's called a value trap, a stock that's cheap for a very good reason, like its business is in trouble. So, we do a quick quality check. Here are 2 simple things to look at. First, their debt. Just like with a person, too much debt can be a bad sign for a company. We want to see a healthy, manageable level of debt. Second, their cash flow. Is the company still making plenty of money to run its business and, most importantly for us, pay its dividends? We want to see a strong and stable flow of cash coming in. This step ensures we're buying a high-quality item on sale, not a broken one. Step 3. Decide exactly when to buy. Smart shoppers know their price. They don't just buy something because it's on sale. They wait for a great sale. We're going to do the same thing. For each of our quality on-sale companies, we need to set an entry point. This is the price at which you've decided it's a great deal and you're ready to buy. For example, you might look at a company and say, its average PE ratio is 20. It's currently at 16. I believe this is a great company and I will start buying it if its PE ratio drops to 15. This takes the emotion out of investing. You're not guessing or buying based on a gut feeling. You're following a clear plan based on value. Step 4. Decide how much to buy. This step is all about managing risk. Even with all our research, it's never a good idea to put all of your money into a single stock. The old saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket, is crucial here. A good rule of thumb is to build a small portfolio of these undervalued stocks, maybe 5 to 10 of them, and you should limit any single stock to be no more than, say, 5% of your total investment portfolio. This way, you're still diversified. You're spreading your bets across several high-quality, undervalued companies, which is much safer than going all in on just one. Step 5. Know when to say goodbye. Just as we had a clear plan for when to buy, we need a clear plan for when to sell. A successful investment isn't complete until you've taken your profits. You can set a sell target based on the same logic we used to buy. For example, you might decide, I bought this stock when its PE ratio was 15 because its historical average is 20. I will sell it when its PE ratio gets back to 20. When the stock reaches that target, you sell it, lock in your profits, and then you can look for the next undervalued opportunity. This disciplined approach prevents you from getting greedy and helps you stick to the plan. And that's the 5-step system. It's a logical, business-like way to approach investing that's all about buying quality companies at a discount. Okay, so let's make this real. Theory is great, but let's see how this could work in practice with a unique example. Let's meet Sarah. Sarah has saved up $20,000, and she wants to invest it to create a passive income stream through dividends. She's a big fan of SCHD. Option 1, the standard approach. Sarah could take her $20,000 and put all of it into SCHD. Let's say SCHD has a dividend yield of 3.5%. This is a great, safe, and simple option. Her annual dividend income would be $20,000 times 3.5%, which is $700 a year. That's $700 in passive income. Not bad at all. She's diversified across 100 companies, and the investment is easy to manage. Option 2, the smart investor approach. But Sarah has been watching our channel and she decides to try the 5-step strategy. Instead of buying the whole SCHD basket, she's going to build her own custom basket of undervalued gems from the SCHD list. She spends a weekend doing her homework. Using the 5 steps, she identifies 5 high-quality companies from within SCHD that appear to be on sale. Let's say she finds a big, stable telecommunications company with a dividend yield of 5%, a well-known hardware and home improvement store with a yield of 4%, a solid pharmaceutical company yielding 4.5%, a reliable energy company yielding 5.5%, and a major bank with a yield of 4%. She invests $4,000 into each of these 5 companies. Now, let's calculate her potential dividend income. Her average dividend yield across these 5 stocks is 5 plus 4 plus 4.5 plus 5.5 plus 4 divided by 5, which equals 4.6%. Her annual dividend income would be $20,000 times 4.6%, which is $920 a year. By being a smart shopper, Sarah's starting dividend income is $920, which is over 30% higher than the $700 she would have gotten from just buying SCHD. But it gets even better. Because she bought these stocks when they were undervalued, they have a higher potential to grow in price. As the market realizes these companies are a bargain, their stock prices could rise back to their historical average. This would give Sarah not only higher dividend income, but also greater capital appreciation, meaning the value of her initial $20,000 investment would grow faster. Over many years, this combination of a higher starting yield and greater growth potential is how this strategy could lead to doubling your returns compared to the standard approach. Of course, this is a simplified example, but it clearly shows the power of focusing on value. Now, before you rush off to try this, it's really important to talk about the risks and a few final thoughts. First, this strategy takes more work. It's not as simple as buying one ETF. It requires you to do some research and to monitor your investments. You have to be willing to put in the time to be a smart shopper. Second, remember the value trap. A stock might look cheap for a reason. Its business could be in decline. That's why step 2, checking the quality of the company, is so incredibly important. You must do your due diligence. Finally, think about taxes. When you receive dividends or sell a stock for a profit, those gains can be taxed. It's often a good idea to use this kind of strategy within a tax-advantaged retirement account, like a Roth IRA, where your money can grow and compound tax-free. Conclusion. So, there you have it. The smart investor strategy. It's a powerful way to think about dividend investing that goes one level deeper than just buying an ETF. By looking inside SCHD and carefully selecting the best companies that are trading at a discount, you have the potential to significantly boost your dividend income and your total returns over the long term. It's about shifting your mindset from being a passive investor to being an active, value-conscious business owner. You are buying pieces of wonderful businesses, and you're doing it at a fair price. This might not be for everyone, and that's okay. But for those of you willing to put in a little extra effort, this could be a game changer for your financial future. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell. And I'd love to hear from you. What are your thoughts on this strategy? Leave a comment down below and let's start a conversation.